Hey TV fans, welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
In this video, we'll be discussing the morning show season 2, episode 3, which is called Laura. I don't think we needed to name this Laura, but apparently she's going to be a big deal.
I mean, I guess they're very much all about her.
Someone is.
Worried about her.
All right, well, it does start with the crew in Wuhan, China, the epicenter of this whole pandemic. I mean, I don't even know if they considered it a pandemic at that point, but Daniel and his team almost got stuck there. They make it out. How scary. Yeah. But I can't believe Nia is still not taking it seriously. I mean, nobody really is. Yeah. But I feel bad.
I do too, because aren't you going to look silly?
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't take it that seriously either, so I also see her side as well.
Okay.
I mean, we all know how this goes.
Yes, it's true. Back then, what was it, January? February? Early, like January into February? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Then it just went nuts. And you even see the little headlines below where it says, 5 cases in the U.S. And yes. I got back to that mode where I was still thinking, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, yeah, before it came to your own state.
Yeah.
And you're, we don't have one in our state yet. And then, we have the first one in our state.
That totally took me back to a place I didn't want to go
I
back
got,
to.
Like, heebie-jeebies.
We have to relive this again. Oh, no. All right, so it's officially announced that Alex will be the new co-host of the morning show.
That announcement video was so cheesy. Who got excited about that? No one.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Who did get excited about it?
It sounded really cheesy.
Yeah. Well, Alex and Bradley need to find a way to get along so they have a meal together. And Alex apologizes. I really would like to see these two get along. I don't like when women are pitted against each other. And
I agree.
They have so much in common here. First and foremost, they're women in this industry. So I would like to see this. Okay, that's enough. You guys need to get together now. Can you get really close, like, really Rachel close. And Jill, like friends?
Yes. Yeah. Well, the best moments of season 1 were when they were kind of vulnerable with each other.
Yeah.
When Alex was getting divorced and shared stuff about her daughter, that stuff was great.
Right.
So we need to get back to that because this is just getting a little bit too much. Too old.
Yeah.
Getting old.
It is getting old, yes. So while they're eating, Maggie Brenner is there, and it just feels tense.
Yes.
Again, more tension between women.
Mm-hmm.
Next. All right. So also Chip is back, speaking of awkward, and his reception when he gets back. People are like, yay.
Well, except for the one who loves him.
The one. Yes. Exactly. But I see that too, the hesitation, but Alex was not even bending. She said, he's my producer and that's that. Okay? Okay.
Yes.
Whatever you say, Alex. So she's back in that mode.
Yes.
I'm always trying to see both people's sides, and I know that's very comforting to her to go back. It's very, she needs some kind of security blanket to go back into that world again.
Yes.
So I get it.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about Fred being in Italy talking to Mitch. I wish Fred would go away.
Okay, so the whole purpose of that whole Fred-Mitch thing seems to me to be to try and get us to feel bad for Mitch. And that makes me really mad. I don't want to feel bad for him. I kind of refuse to, no matter what, but I feel like that's what's happening. Like, Mitch is trying to say to Fred, like, don't you feel guilty? And Fred doesn't really feel guilty, but it's just really not enough for me. Mitch, you're guilty.
You are guilty.
I don't really know what they can do to make me say, okay, but I feel like they're going to try.
Yeah, and I also don't understand him and Paula, the documentarian. I still don't understand her motives, her reasoning for being there, this character. Yes. But he agrees to help her with this documentary? Yes. Because what else does he have going on?
Yeah, I don't understand what she is out to get out of that whole exchange. I feel he's more believable in that relationship because he doesn't know why she's interested in working with him either. Yeah. That's like the only believable thing happening with Mitch right now. He's like, why do you even want to spend time with me?
I created a scenario in my head that this is like some kind of payback. Like at the end of this, she will like hurt him or take him down or something.
Probably like in 9 to 5 where she like straps him up and like embarrasses him, makes a video.
It could get ugly, but at this point we don't know.
I have no idea.
No idea. All right, let's talk about this Laura Peterson interview for UB365. That is the biggest deal, apparently. So she's sitting down with Alex and she asks what the nature of her relationship with Mitch is. She words it some way, and obviously Alex is a little shaken, taken back by that, right?
Right.
She says that he was her best friend.
So, okay, I have some thoughts on this whole thing because back in season one of the first couple episodes, Alex says, "Oh, just because you got on me twice."
Yeah.
Okay, so that never got addressed again in the whole season, and I was wondering. And the previously on mentioned that whole thing where I think they said she was in South America and somehow she wound up in his room, and that got dropped last season too, but it never got pursued. The implication to me was that he drugged her or raped, and then, you know, like a date rape type situation. But because he said you wouldn't dare, and then they never brought that back. So obviously they're gonna bring that back somehow. I think that Alex is gonna write about that in the chapter on Mitch, because that's the truth that she's never told. I mean, that's the actual truth. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing based on what we've been told.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what's missing from her book. And is she finally going to decide to tell it? And why? Is she going to do it because she wants to tell her truth, or because she just wants to have a popular book? Because she's like into the fame.
Or maybe both.
She loves the fame. You're right, both.
Yeah.
It can always be both. I always forget that.
It can always be both, yes. Well, she doesn't like that she asked her that question. She talks to Chip. Chip cleans it up for her, kind of cleans up in the editing process. So I guess she's relieved about that. And then Laura has to go see Bradley at the Iowa caucus, which that also gave me flashbacks of that whole blank show that was the election. My goodness. So, but they don't really spend a lot of time on it, so that was nice.
Yes.
So Laura totally outs Corey, because Corey had pulled Laura aside and said that he wants her to kind of coach Bradley, then she told Bradley that Corey said to like look out for her, and I don't think Bradley liked that very much.
No.
And then Laura tells Bradley that she doesn't think they're using her in the right way, and then in the most random reaction ever, when she asked her kind of an intrusive question, Bradley kisses Laura.
Yes. So she asked her, "Were you actually vetted?" And why is that like the big secret?
I don't know.
Why is that a big deal? Because that was the whole, Alex said she wanted to talk to Bradley about what are we going to say if people ask, were you vetted?
Right.
And then to divert attention from that question, she just starts making out with her.
So I wondered the same thing. Was that just to
divert?
Get it right? Or did she really have feelings for her? Because I did sense some chemistry earlier on.
I believe there could be chemistry, and that was happening. But I think she also didn't want to answer the question. So, hey, what better way to divert?
It's a good tactic.
Right?
Because, I mean, she kissed her back.
Quite genius.
Yeah, it is quite genius. I was kind of like, oh, she doesn't need to be looked out for. Look, she just held her own.
Yeah.
That was really brilliant.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But anyway, Corey too. Corey's getting like kind of feisty. Yes. I think he always has been, but it's a little more obvious now.
Well, he used to mask everything with his beautiful smile.
With his beautiful smile.
And now he's like, don't talk to me like that in front of my employees.
With a smile on his face.
Yes.
His cute little smile.
Yes.
Well, you guys, it's official. Alex and Bradley are back together for the morning show.
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes.
I hope it's good, because I have to say this episode was a little...
Yeah.
We made it sound better than it was.
Yeah, right? This review is better than the actual episode. Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding.
Well, what do you guys think? Comment below. Let us know what you thought of the episode and maybe our review. And then like and subscribe while you're at it. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.